YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 news video. Alright folks, we've got a lot of Destiny 2 news to go over, but in particular, Bungie is not getting smaller, they're getting bigger. They're expanding their headquarters in Seattle and even opening up studios internationally, in particular in Amsterdam. We're going to cover all of this and more, but before that, we've got a quick word from our sponsor. Let's face it guys, with the games we play, we get content droughts, and that's why you need other games to play, and I always encourage that, so you need to play or try out Raid Shadow Legends and click that link at the top of the description. It is oodles and oodles of fun, and there are just tons and tons of things to do. Collecting champions, PvP arena matches, dungeons, campaign battles, bosses, and more. It's really fun collecting the champions because you upgrade them and bring them into battle, and two in particular I like is Duchess Lily 2 and also Harvest Jack. Duchess can protect my whole team and then revive them with almost full health if I need to. I like to have some defensive champion. Now Harvest Jack, while he kind of looks like a Halloween character with his pumpkin on his head, well, he's able to steal enemy buffs, and then he turns their buffs into debuffs and a bunch of more crazy things that makes him really hard to fight against. These are both legendary champions, and there are different flavors: legendary, epic, and also rare. So what's new in Raid? Their biggest update is what's new. They've got the giant Doom Tower. It's got 120 floors, a bunch of secret challenge rooms, 12 seriously badass bosses to take on, and from a champion perspective, they've got the most champions they've ever had in the game, with over 500 champions now that you could play with. Be sure to go to the link in the description. If you're a new player, you will get 50,000 silver, 50 gems, 1 energy refill, 1 clan boss key, 5 mystery shards, a 1-day XP booster, and 1 free champion, the Hex Weaver, which in my opinion is really good for new players. All of this treasure will be waiting for you right here where I'm pointing on screen on my mobile device. So this will be available for only the next 30 days, so be sure to act fast and click that link in the description. Alright guys, I'll see you out on the battlefield. So back to the news. Now I'm going to link an article from Paul Tassi. Hopefully you guys are quite familiar with him. He works for Forbes magazine, and all he does is write about games and also in particular Destiny 2, right? You definitely want to follow him on Twitter. But Bungie put out a press release about what they're doing, and in terms of their hiring, they're expanding the studio in Seattle and also opening up a studio in Amsterdam. A lot of people think that Bungie's moving on from Destiny 2 after Lightfall, and they're focusing on their second or new IP, and also it is announced that in 2025 they want to have a new IP out, which is called Matter. I don't think so. I think Destiny 2, I think they'll keep making Destiny 2 as long as we keep playing Destiny 2, and right now I did my review the other day, and hopefully you watched it. I will put it on screen in an annotation card and at the end, but I feel like this season is much better than last season, and I'll just leave it at that. Go check out the video. But let's go through some bullet points from Paul Tassi. So Bungie's doing a massive redesign and expansion of its Bellevue headquarters in Washington, which will take it from 84,000 square feet to 208,000 square feet. Now, I've been there numerous times, and yeah, the developers are kind of packed in there. It always felt kind of small in there. Well, they say this is to allow for future growth, but also recent hires. Last report was that a quarter of Bungie employees have never set foot in Bungie HQ because they were all hired during the pandemic as the studio staffed up rapidly. Now, in terms of international stuff here, they're going to be opening up a studio in Amsterdam, but that's going to focus mainly on publishing and marketing, and that's going to happen in 2022. Now, it looks like there's going to be some shifting around of leadership over here too, so let me read you this. Bungie is bringing on new high-up hires while retaining their old crew and forming 2 distinct teams going forward. Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy will continue to be attached to the Destiny universe, giving us hope that Destiny content will continue indefinitely past Lightfall, the announced expansion in 2022, and I think it's going to anyway. But they also say here that Destiny will be expanding into quote-unquote additional media. From this release, it does sound like that Destiny 2 General Manager Justin Truman may take Mark Noseworthy's old role, with Assistant Game Director Joe Blackburn taking over Luke's at some point. Still working to confirm that, as Paul Tassi says here, as Blackburn was not named in the release, but that still may be in the works. Now, if you've been following along here, Joe Blackburn has kind of stepped up over on Twitter and in some of the blog posts in terms of, I would say, kind of making Luke Smithy type of posts, meaning kind of like working himself into that type of role as a, well, franchise director. And just stopping real quick, guys, once you get one of the new exotics that you don't have from a Lost Sector, if you did not know, you can get it as a world drop, and obviously you can get them from Vanguard strikes or even Nightfall strikes at the end of the game loot rewards. So just an FYI, yeah, I'm trying to get a good palindrome, and that's the best I can get so far as Killing Wind and Rampage. Trying to get the Outlaw Rampage one, but it is not happening. So continuing along with this news article here, so Bungie's also forming separate teams for its new incubation projects, okay? Now, none of these have been officially announced, all right? So keep that in mind. We do know they got $100 million from NetEase a while back. They've got Matter as one of their IPs, so that's more than likely a code word for this other IP they want, but, well, they want to have out by 2025, but they plan to release their first non-Destiny IP before 2025. So we're talking long-term plans here, and they say they want to have at least one new IP before 2025. Now, here's where it gets really interesting here. So, under a section called Bungie Welcomes Entertainment and Media Expertise to the Board of Directors, they announced the addition of Pamela Kaufman, President of Global Consumer Products for Viacom CBS, to the board. Now, what does that scream to you? Well, TV, movies, comics, well, anything entertainment related, right? So, Paul says here, no specific projects are mentioned, but it's clear Bungie's looking to bring its IPs, meaning Destiny, obviously, to non-game media like TV and film. So, perhaps at one point we might see a Destiny, I don't know, cartoon or a Destiny series or a Destiny movie. I don't know. Would you guys like to see them? I mean, do they have the budget to make something like that, or can they pass it off to another company to fund that type of thing? I certainly would like to see it. So this is all, to me, exciting news, guys. I'm going to link the full article in the description, but that's all the meat and potatoes that you need to know for the most part. But it sounds like exciting things for Bungie just in general. I don't think Destiny 2 or Destiny, the franchise, is going anywhere anytime soon, and I'm kind of excited to see what other IP is going to come out before 2025 and what Bungie's capable of. But instead, you let me know in the comments section what you guys think. And also, just as a reminder, I forgot to do it in the intro here, but yeah, it's 30% off of G Fuel starting today until Monday if you use promo code Mesa Army. Okay, anything, I will have an affiliate link in the description. Just use promo code Mesa Army and you will get yourself 30% off G Fuel. Okay, you probably saw it on Instagram, Twitter, and also my community wall. I made a few posts with my cute little Jack Russell Max, and yeah, Max says you need to go buy some G Fuel for 30% off. All right, enough of my babble. I will make a video on the This Week at Bungie probably for Saturday because I don't want to spam your inbox because I know that annoys you guys. But also Outriders, that new whatever type game, is coming out next week. I will be streaming it live right here on YouTube, and we'll all find out what Outriders is going to be about. It's going to be a demo, not a beta. Your progress will carry over into the full game, and I'm looking forward to it. Me and a few channel member admins are going to be playing it, and hopefully it'll be a good time. All right, guys, leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually, you know, it's on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.